Hello there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing an AD&D story, and this is more... It's not really a story, this is more advice. I have found over the years, I started running Dungeons & Dragons, Advanced Dungeons & Dragons back in 1979. I've been doing this a long time. And I found that there are some rules that just get in the way. So I tend to ignore them. I did another video about this, go check it out. This is more rules that I ignore. First edition AD&D is, in my opinion, by far the best edition of Dungeons & Dragons because of the flavor, the simplicity of play or combat, the ease of modification, and basically it's less rules to remember. I did a video basically on rules as a DM that I ignore, and I figured I'd do another one. Armor class adjustments by weapon type. I have been playing a long time, and I've been running this game a long time, and I have never used this because frankly I don't understand it. I don't know of anybody who does. I've never played with any AD&D game in anybody's game or with another dungeon master. I have never seen anybody who understands that table. Evidently nobody does. If you do, please put it in the comments. I would be glad to read it. I have no idea how to use that table. I've been playing this a long time and I have no idea. So if you do, please put it in the comments. In my opinion, the entire concept of an alignment language is nonsense. Two people who agree on every political belief, every moral standard, they share every possible opinion, but they're born and raised in different places, opposite ends of the world. There may even be different races. How can they suddenly share a common language? How can they communicate simply because they share the same opinions? And now, once they learn to communicate, then by all means they'll get along fine. I'm not saying they're going to be at each other's throats, but just because they agree on politics or on this opinion or that opinion, they could be virtually identical in every opinion. But if they can't communicate, they can't communicate that. You see what I'm saying? If somebody does something and the other guy goes, then maybe. But communication, that's in my opinion, that's not a language that you can, There's no reason for alignment language. I don't even use it. I've never used it. I have found that the encounter reaction tables can be a bit lopsided. And if it maybe lopsided is not the right word. Maybe it is. I don't know. Let me explain. I was running a group of first level player characters in a wilderness travel adventure, and they needed food, and the ranger and the barbarian in the group decided they were going to go and hunt, and that's fine. No problem. A deer is a 2-hit die critter, and a bow does 1d6 damage. The ranger scored a hit, and I rolled on the reaction table because he obviously did not kill said deer. So I rolled on that reaction table. The deer got pissed. They attacked the ranger and the barbarian. There were 8 deer. 2 quick crits later, the ranger's dead. The barbarian turns and runs away. He runs back to camp, followed by this herd of 8 deer. According to the reaction rolls, the deer were pissed. They followed. The deer then proceeded to kill the entire party. I have not used those tables since. That was 81, maybe 82, something 1981, 1982, something like that. It was early on, and I have not used them since. Now, I'm not saying this is, again, these tables, they're meant as generalities, and you can use them if you want, but temper them with a little common sense, because, And I'm not saying this is how you have to play the game, again, but again, use a little common sense. Many times common sense trumps all the tables in the book, and rightly so, because sometimes those tables sometimes they're shit. Okay? You folks have a good day. God bless one and all.